Hey guys, it's Nina Nevsky from Worship Piano Tutorials, and I'll show you how to play the song The Garden by Kari Jobe. So the introduction looks like this. You start the song. So before I get into the introduction, I just want to remind you guys that I now am on Patreon. So if you want to donate to this ministry, go ahead and click on the link. That will really help me out. So now again, going into the introduction. The notes that you're playing, mostly with your right hand. I did a little bit of left. I pressed that C. So think of it as the first chord being a C. So that's just what makes sense to me, right? You have your C chord like this, right? That's your C chord. So you're playing the first, eighth. So I'll just say the key. So A, C, and then C, B, G, and then E. So that's the first. C, C, B, G. Second time around, you're playing E, C, B, and then E. So E, C, B, E. And then third time, you're playing F, C, B, G, and then F, C, B, D. So that's a lot to look at, I know, but if you really play it loud and confidently, once you get it, it starts making sense. So you're just starting out with the C, right? E, E, and then F, G, going F, again C, E, and during the verse, you actually continue with this solo. Of course, if you're singing, that honestly could be very difficult, so you might just want to, I had all, but I've given up. So you could choose to not do the solo. However, if you really want to put yourself up to the challenge, go ahead. So in the verse, you're going to be playing the same things that we played in the introduction. So I had all, so I'm not really singing confidently because obviously I'm very focused on the solo that I'm playing. So I want to go back into the details. So you're starting out, I had all, but I've given, whoops, but I've given up. So you have a lot of space in between your lines. Desperate for a sign of love. So a lot of blank space, and in that blank space you add your hands, and then you go into G, which is different. You're not going to be playing that same. So something good. So for G, you're going to be playing G, D, C, G. So G, D, C, G. So something good, something kind, bringing peace from every corner. at that last line, bringing peace to every corner of my mind, you're just staying on F and you play bringing peace. And you just leave it hanging. That long pause, right? Bringing peace. And then you go into the chorus. Sweep away the ashes. Wake me from my sleep. So that's how the chorus looks like. And the way you play that is you're pressing on those, bass notes, and the chords are C, C, and then A minor, F, C, G. So with your right hand, you're going to be pressing on C, D, E, G, C, D, E. So then I saw the garden. So garden. So you pretty much start on the fourth beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess on the third step. So then I saw one. Then I saw 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You go into C, and then G. So pretty simple, but you really have to kind of think about where to start. And for me, it works to think of that third. So then I saw, even the third time you press with your bass, right? So then I saw, 1, 2, 3. So I hope that makes sense for the chorus, as far as like that third beat is when you start the solo. So that's the chorus for you. And then going back into the verse, you have the same exact notes that you play. So sleep. So after that, you go into chorus number 2, which has different lyrics, but it has the same idea, right? If you want to make that more powerful, you could play with octaves. So for example, I could see the eye. Anyway, guys, I know you know that I'm kind of bad at octaves because my hand is pretty small. So that was just an example. If you want to make it more powerful during the second chorus, feel free to do octaves. It's going to sound beautiful. So after chorus 2, you have this little interlude where you go into the bridge. And the chords for that are F, A minor, and then G. And that's just really, they have a gorgeous violin, but you're just playing it through. To the bridge. So you go into bridge. Faith is rising up like ivy, reaching for the light. So just keep playing the F, A minor, G. notes up is pressing really hard on those bass notes and just triads. So A minor, G, F. So you could add an F2 at this point if you want to make it loud. Or a G2, G sustain, whatever. So making it powerful by just pressing on the bass notes and, making it powerful. And then when you're done with that, you go into this outro part. And then you go into C. Now I see redemption. So just very calm. Growing in trees. And you just stay on that C and finish off with the outro, and you finish the whole song off with a C. Anyway, guys, this song is gorgeous. I love the idea of it. The garden, talking about the resurrection and seeds, ending off with that word seed. It just makes it so powerful. Hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what worked for you, what didn't. I really hope that I explained it well enough for all of you guys to understand. Again, I want to remind you, if you want to donate to this ministry, go ahead and press on the Patreon link, and I'll see you on my next video.